Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you. Big Joe Shepp here. It is 1100 hours Eastern Time and 1600 hours here in UK and Ireland. You are welcome to Onestream Live's weekly show with me, Joe Sheppard. I am founder and head of live streaming at Livestream Solutions Livestream Academy. And the last of our four-part mini-series looking at titled Level Up for Gamers, Level Up Your Gaming, Livestreaming for Gamers, in which we spent the last 3 weeks looking at, and again, non-gamer. So that's really, really cool. I'm just going to connect the chat through because as ever we get chats through from the different scales we've gone out to. Today we're going to share the screen a little bit because today we're on Twitch. Just checked. We're on the Onestream Live YouTube channel. We are live on Livestream Solutions. It's brilliant. The clarity is just unbelievable. We're on Facebook and we are on the livestreamsolutions.org website. So we're going to those different locations today, and that's really, really important because that's the key message we've been getting across. Over the last few weeks, you will remember that we have looked at everything to do with gaming and the different platforms and live streaming and how we can then set up to provide. In episode 2, we looked at how to professionally set up. And we looked at it's got cameras, microphones, and stuff like that. As ever, go to Onestream Live YouTube channel and subscribe, hit notify for everything. There's just an array of information there from the team to keep you right. Everything from setting up the studios to monetization. One, by the way, we're talking about streaming today. With gaming, and the monetization show recently from DJ Strick, who's one of the brand ambassadors and content creators with Onestream Live, was just absolutely superb. So go and have a look at that and subscribe. And on today, it's the final wrap up. And what I wanted to do was I set myself a couple of questions because as a non-gamer, I joined some gaming groups and I tried to understand how gaming works, what's the community like, what are the platforms like? Because I just heard so much about how big it was and how much money was involved and stuff. And I was surprised. Excuse me, I was genuinely surprised. So in just a second, I'm going to play you a video that I played in part 3 last week because it probably has had the most engagement with PMs and stuff and messages and comments that we've had on because it is a guy called Company Man who analyzes businesses and organizations online. Very, very good. And again, one of the great things about being able to look at a topic area, cold, if you like, from a distance, like so you're non-gamer, you're looking at things in a slightly different way. So I'm looking at things from, if you like, a tactical ground playing level about, what is it with gamers? What is it with the community? And that really surprised me. It's a phenomenal community globally. And demographics go out the window. Young, old, join the groups, over 40s, over 50s, over 30s. There's a whole range of different people. And some of the time and effort and the facilities that they put in would make my virtual studio in the background there a mockery. Some wonderful people. I've met some wonderful people. And I've learned a lot. So that's what we're going to look at on today's show. And we're going to reiterate, actually, that some of these big players, so Twitch and Kick, and Facebook gaming and YouTube gaming, why they've been assimilated and where the money's going. And if you did watch part 3 last week, then this is another reminder why you need to consider, as a gamer, jumping ship and using live streaming as a primary tool. Because don't forget, Onestream Live are a cloud-based software service, and we help you to plan, schedule, stream, restream across 45 different locations. And we'll show you again hosted live page, so you can have your own URL landing page. You can go live to your website, so you can do all of those things. But it is about taking control because, as you'll see in the video that's just coming up in a second, the whole thing about the split of money big corporations look after big corporations, ladies and gents. It's as simple as that. So we have a look at that. We'll have a look at strengths and weaknesses of a couple of those huge platforms. And then we'll be discussing the multi-stream approach. And we'll be then discussing live streaming and why I think, as a complete outsider, not because I'm a live streamer, but because I know what this platform, this tool can help gamers with. So all very, very interesting. You're welcome to Onestream Live. It's Tuesday. I'm Big Joe Shepp. Keep it all here. And you're welcome back to the show. So some of the points that were raised to me, especially after last week, just before I play this video, points from people across all different sections as well. I was really, really surprised. But then if you're a gamer, and if you're interested in learning more about live streaming, because it's about taking control back for what you do. Why should you ply your trade craft? Why should you be brilliant at everything that you do? And yet a lot of the money goes to the platform provider. We've had this, haven't we, time and time again, whereby the platform provider controls absolutely everything in their monopoly, and we're talking millions and billions. It's just crazy money sometimes, whereas the ordinary person should be able to control that mechanism more for themselves, and we will cover that very much today. But here's some of the points that were brought up to me. There was a mass surprise, excuse me, at the financial aspects. To be honest, viewers expressed shock regarding the amount each platform was spending, where the money was going. As you'll see in the video in a minute, one of the CEOs of the biggest one said, "We're not profitable," and they're being underpinned by their parent company. We see these massive digital companies come and go. They put millions and billions in, and they can go. Do you know what I mean? There's got to be a profitability model in this. And if they're going to go under, then what control do you have over what you're doing, how you can monetize? And this is what we're talking about. So live streaming and the capability that we offer with Onestream Live and with the Livestream Solutions, Livestream Academy, allows you to do that. So that was one of the biggest things, the financial aspects. Again, the concerns on profitability from a lot. Several viewers noted that the losses reported by these platforms. They were really, really shocked on that. The biggest discussion was around the sustainability and how long that some of these would go for. And actually, did you need to be the biggest one? So Twitch being bigger than Kick, you'll see in a minute where Kick came from. Really interesting. But sometimes you don't have to have all the numbers. It's about quality over quantity, and over time, those foundations. And here's another thing that I think Kick is very clever at: looking after the people, giving the people the majority of the share of the revenue. You know why that's clever? Because you look after your people. The most important thing that you have got as an organization. And if you skimp on a single bloody penny, then those people will walk at some point because you don't value them. And I talk now as a CEO of a company who somebody who's 60 years of age, and I have worked in huge organizations and worked with huge organizations, and I've seen it time and time again, which is why I will always pay people I'm working with slightly more than what someone else would pay me. You know why? Because I value people and I want a longevity of working with them. What else? Lots of high level engagement and PMs comments, and I'm really genuinely grateful for that feedback that I've got for everybody. The audience curiosity indicating a strong interest in the financial health of the gaming platforms. And here's the one: what happens if they go under? What will happen to you as a gamer if these organizations go under? Well, that was a very, very strong point. It comes back to today. The point I'm making is that you need to take control back about what you're doing. If you're happy on Twitch or Kick or YouTube or whatever, great. I think YouTube is great. I think if you're brand new, by the way, and starting out, I think YouTube, the way the algorithm is working at the moment, is a really, really good option to do. But work smarter, put it through a live streaming studio, like this. So like today, I'm looking up here now, and I am there. Let me just put that on. So we are live on a Onestream live YouTube. I'm looking at myself, face for radio, but I'm looking at myself clear as day in livestreamsolutions.org. Go to the Watchers Live page. We're on Facebook and on there as well. So we're just, So I am just looking at that there as well. I make no apologies because I'm just making sure everything. And I'm on Twitch, which is great. So we set up a Twitch channel as well because it fascinated me, absolutely fascinated me. So there we are. So I go to all of those locations today. You can do that. We can help you do that. You can design your colors, your branding, your absolute everything. Let me just get rid of that wee ticker there. Cool. Let me get rid of that. Sorry. Hide. There we go. Go away. Go away. So there we are. So, but let me watch this video. Like I say, this guy called Company Man, and he analyzes businesses and organizations. And this was back in April 2024. So April of this year. And he looks at cold and hard, which is what I love. He looks at the platforms, and let's listen what he has got to say.
Live streaming platform on the internet. Every month, over 7 million people from around the world use it to stream themselves doing, well, all sorts of things, but there's always been an emphasis on video games. The name Twitch comes from Twitch gameplay, which is when you have to react to something really fast while playing a game. At any given time, millions of people are tuning in to watch their favorite streamers. Some of the biggest ones can have hundreds of thousands of people watching them at the same time. Simply put, live streaming has quickly grown into a multi-billion-dollar industry, and Twitch is the primary place to do it. However, despite its unprecedented popularity, Twitch has been dealing with a number of issues that have contributed to uncertainty concerning the future of the company. I am not saying it is going to shut down anytime soon, I want to be clear about that, but there may be cause for concern as it moves forward. So in this video, I want to outline what I believe to be some of the bigger issues facing Twitch. The two people that are most responsible for creating the platform are Emmett Shear and Justin Kan. In 2005, while attending Yale University, they worked together to create an online calendar application called Kiko that proved to be somewhat successful. But after about a year, they wanted to move on to other projects, so they sold the business on eBay, of all places, for $258,000. The next project was called Justin.tv, where they teamed up with a few others to essentially create an internet-based reality show where Justin Kan would live stream every moment of his life. It was being called life casting. Maybe not the most consistently entertaining show, but it was such a revolutionary, unique idea that it quickly gained an audience. After a few months, they retooled the website to allow users to broadcast themselves over it, establishing different stream categories like music or animals. Over the next few years, the two most popular categories emerged to be sports and video games, but the sports category was problematic because it was mostly people illegally broadcasting copyrighted sporting events. They had to testify in front of a House committee, the company who owned the UFC filed a lawsuit against them, so it became a big hassle, but the video game category looked promising. The video game publishers expressed very few copyright issues and were overall cooperative in having people stream their games. In 2011, they turned the category into its own streaming site called Twitch TV, and that quickly became the company's primary focus. By 2014, it had grown to almost 50 million monthly users, making it one of the most popular sites on the internet and catching the attention of large technology companies like Yahoo and Google. In May of that year, it was being reported that Google was buying Twitch for $1 billion. Twitch was growing fast and wanted a larger company backing them that could help them scale things, and Google was already the owner of YouTube, so you could see how they would be complements to each other. The deal never happened. It would have likely been blocked due to antitrust concerns, plus the people at Twitch felt that their platform would always be Google's secondary focus behind YouTube, which is probably a fair concern. Well, in August of that year, only 3 months later, it was announced announced that Twitch would be instead acquired by Amazon for $970 million, just a little bit less, but still their largest acquisition ever at the time. Amazon was already involved in gaming before that. They had bought the developer of Killer Instinct, created their own gaming studio, and were technically one of the top video game sellers. Amazon said that they made the deal to show its belief in the future of gaming, which has proven to be accurate. Over the next decade, Twitch grew their user base significantly and were greatly helped by the pandemic when everyone was inside watching stuff on the internet. Those numbers, however, have leveled off, and that leads me to the first issue I want to talk about. Twitch has been losing money. In January of 2024, their CEO Dan Clancy admitted that Twitch was not profitable and has been relying on money from their parent company Amazon to keep things running. It has been an ongoing problem, and that's where things start to get concerning, right? They are already leading the market, so how do they go about raising their revenue or lowering their costs? As Dan Clancy has said, delivering high definition, low latency, always available live video to nearly every corner of the world is expensive. Even utilizing Amazon's resources, they're still paying a lot of necessary expenses, and many of the ways that they have tried to lower expenses have been criticized. Most recently, layoffs. It turns out that they may have overestimated their growth rate following the pandemic and hired too many people. In 2023, they laid off 400 employees, and in early 2024, it was another 500, representing over a third of their staff at that point. Around that same time, they shut down the service in South Korea, another unpopular decision, saying that it was too expensive to keep it going over there. I also want to mention that multiple key executives have been leaving the company, most notably co-founder Emmett Shear, who had served as CEO for 12 years before stepping down in 2023. He had recently become a father and said that he was ready to move on, but I don't know, you put it all together and it can form a potentially concerning picture. Next up on my list is the revenue split with the streamer. There are many different ways that Twitch streamers can make money. There's a virtual currency called bits that users can send them. They could have sponsored streams, sell merchandise, they have affiliate links, but one of the primary sources is subscription revenue. Viewers can pay money to subscribe to a streamer to get custom emotes that they use in the chat, a badge beside their name, among other things, and I would say it is a great way to show support. There have been exceptions, but traditionally, the money the viewer pays for that subscription gets split 50-50 between the streamer and Twitch, and it has been argued that that is not a great ratio for the streamer. There have been petitions and numerous requests to change the ratio to 70-30, which is the standard for streamers on YouTube. There have been minor adjustments to the revenue split over the years, but the one with the most backlash was in 2022 when they announced that the select group of partners that were receiving the 70-30 split would be lowered to 50-50 after their first 100,000. I know that might not sound like a big issue, but the streamer saw it as a step in the wrong direction, believing that streamers are the core of the platform, and that's the last place that they should be looking to save money. In early 2024, they announced more changes to the revenue split that are still not quite what the streamers are asking for, but much more in their favor. But again, they are already losing money, so unclear what the smart decision is there. Somewhat related, in 2023, they announced new guidelines for the streamers regarding sponsors, mainly saying that burned-in advertisements were prohibited and they couldn't show logos that take up more than 3% of the screen size, a very specific number, and boy was that an unpopular announcement. You have to consider that sponsors are a big source of revenue for many streamers, and in many cases used to supplement that 50-50 revenue split. There was tremendous opposition to the new rules. Major streamers were threatening to leave the platform, so Twitch quickly apologized and said that they would rewrite those rules. But you see how a lot of the streamers are developing this hostile relationship with Twitch? They feel disrespected and just getting upset with the platform. Going back to the list, a quick one to follow up on the revenue split would be a major data breach. In 2021, it was big news when a hacker accessed their data due to an error in a Twitch server configuration change. Mainly, information was leaked about creator payouts from the past few years. Admittedly, probably not the most detrimental thing that could have happened to Twitch, but it still should not have happened. It made everyone question whether or not they could trust Twitch with their sensitive information, further straining their relationship with everyone who uses the service. Next up on my list is gambling. It has been a massive debate within the Twitch community over the past few years. It became a big thing where streamers would go online and bet large amounts of money. Even the rapper Drake was sponsored by an Australian online casino called Stake.com, where he would stream himself on Twitch, betting a lot of money on their site. And then there was this other streamer that tricked a bunch of people in the community into giving him over $200,000 $100,000 that was used to support his gambling habits. Clearly, there are ethical questions to consider involving all of this, one of the big ones being the influence on kids who access these streams. So after plenty of protest in 2022, Twitch banned the streaming of gambling sites like Stake.com that were not licensed in the US, leading me straight into the final issue on my list, competition. To this point, Twitch has always been far ahead of any competitor when it comes to live streaming video games. In 2015, shortly after that Google Twitch acquisition failed to happen, YouTube Gaming was launched as their answer to Twitch. But despite the traffic coming from YouTube and the more favorable revenue split and everything else, it has failed to catch up to Twitch. The audience is just not there, so in 2019, they shut down the YouTube Gaming app and integrated it into the traditional YouTube app. In 2016, Microsoft acquired a service that they renamed Mixer and even made big money contracts with some of the most popular streamers like Ninja and Shroud to go onto their platform, but again, they fell short. By 2020, they were only getting around 3% of the viewership of Twitch and decided to shut down. In 2022, following Twitch's announcement that they would ban gambling, the people behind one of those gambling sites, Stake.com, started their own streaming service to compete with Twitch. That is a bit of a twist, and they have been making quite an impact. Obviously, they don't have nearly as strong of a user base, but they have been growing faster than you might expect, and have attracted notable streamers. Some creators are switching over to Kick because they have much more relaxed rules when it comes to gambling and all sorts of other craziness, and their revenue split is 95-5. Yeah, the streamer keeps 95% of the revenue, which is far better than any other notable platform has ever offered. And they have also made deals with major streamers, the most notable one being with XQC, valued around $100 million. I mean, that is bigger than most professional sports contracts. When the New York Times reported on it, they said it was a significant blow to the Amazon-owned site and a sign of its increasingly strained relationship with content creators. So that does not sound good. Now, Kick is also clearly losing money with all those expenses and low revenue, so they are essentially being kept afloat by Stake.com, again raising all sorts of ethical questions regarding their ties to gambling. So, I don't know, live streaming services just don't seem to be profitable. They're all being supported by bigger companies that hope their investment will pay off in the future, but it's unclear exactly how that's going to happen. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Twitch? Have you used them as a streamer or a viewer, and how does it compare to streaming on YouTube or Kick? Are they unique enough to outlast all the others and remain on top, or do all of their issues leave an opportunity for others to catch up to them? What do they need to do to improve things and restore their reputation? Though it's not like the others have the best reputations either, so a lot to consider. I also want to point out that this is not a complete list of all of their issues. There have been controversies involving streamers being unfairly banned, or hot tub streams and sexualized content, and so many others. These are just the ones that I feel are the most significant or impactful to the company itself. Please let me know if you think something should be added or subtracted from it, and any other thoughts you have about Twitch, leave them in the comments. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Thank you for watching.
There you go, company man. It's a stark reality, isn't it? The millions and millions that go in has got to come from somewhere, and unlike even for Kick, my company man raises the question there about the ethics and the morals of gambling. Look, it's always going to go on. 100 million for one person. Lads, that's a rake of money, isn't it? What certainly is important about that video is that it shows where gaming is at. Yeah, it's huge, but they can't maintain it at all. It can't be maintained as a business model in that way, unless they've just got crazy amounts of money that is coming in and going out. It can't be maintained. So therefore, we go back to some of the questions, some of the points that people raised to me after last week's show, on sustainability and what happens if one of these platforms goes under, and what do you do? Okay, let's take a bit of a look at a couple of those, and the strengths and weaknesses. Today's a slightly shortened show because it's just about the content. That's hard hitting. Let's have a quick look at this. Let's have a look at why I believe genuinely that not just because I'm a live stream, but live streaming is the way ahead. to complement what you are doing. So look at these top left for me there. Twitch. That's a photo, obviously from Twitch.com. Twitch is renowned for its strong, really community engagement. You know, if it's got a lot of really robust features into you know, the chat interactions are good, emotes are great, channel points help build a loyal viewer base. Although a lot of people are saying now that, you know, they're not necessarily just that interested in just watching people like that anymore. They want a proper community. They want an engagement. And whoever is the streamer will take that community with them. And that's what I do. I have different aspects that I do, and I have different communities, and people follow me in different ways, and the company as well. The monetization options, you know, Jesus, look, it is Twitch and Amazon. Look, we know how much they're worth, especially the parent company, but you're trying to squeeze the ordinary people, and the ordinary people are having enough of this. They get squeezed enough by governments and taxes and all the rest of things. Not getting into that really, but you know what I'm saying. People are getting tired. So if you're trying to then squeeze them in what they're doing in their hobby time that they're good at, that they invest in, you're going to lose them. It's as simple as that. The high level of competition on Twitch can make it difficult for new streamers to gain visibility. Plus, we saw the video that, again, there, look, the split, you know, that just isn't fair at all. And that's what you're going to lose people on. You get greedy, you're going to lose people. It's as simple as that. Value your people, value their worth in what they're doing. So, in summary, then, really for Twitch, the strength, exceptional community tools, expensive monetization options, probably not the best, it's not equal. Again, you got to ask yourself, you are doing the tradecraft and the work, but like most major corporations, it's always stacked in their favor. Excuse me, as we covered previously, social media channels, the reason why the algorithms generally only show it to a certain amount of people is because they want you to buy advertising. That's where the big companies like Meta and Alphabet get all of their money. It's just massive. Weaknesses is saturated market, really leading to, you know, discoverability channel for new streamers. Whereas we'll come back to YouTube in just a minute. Kick, again, really strong community driven focus, an emphasis really with Kick. Again, backed by a huge gambling site. That's your own decision to make. But at least 95 to 5% split. At least they are looking after their people. And you know what? I see them being around and being profitable at some point in the future in what they are doing, because the way they are doing and the way they're trying to build a community and trying to look after their people. You know, streamers have got access to various monetization methods with Kick. As a newer platform, again, has a smaller user base, which means it's still growing. So therefore, its strengths are that it's focused on the community engagement with diverse monetization options. We'll come back onto monetization overall after. Weakness, smaller user base and ongoing development as it grows. Okay, great. YouTube. Well, Facebook gaming, we know, gone into something else now. YouTube gaming. Let me just come. I'll pull out that side so you can see me. Sorry, forgive me for that. I thought I was still on the side. YouTube gaming assimilated in. Here's what I like about YouTube, right? I have spent a year with the company now, and we've been looking at a whole range of different things. And the thing I like about YouTube is you can be a brand new channel and the algorithm will favor you just as much as it will anybody else. In fact, actually, I think if you've got a new channel and you're just starting off, or if you're wanting to revamp yourself and you've got next to nothing on an old channel, rebrand it a little bit and rehash it and put it back out, because the algorithm will help you. I came across, I'm going to stick this one up now. I came across this guy, and again, I have no skin in the game. for. In fact, I'm going to put it into. I'm going to put his details into the chat for people, so you can link directly. It's a guy called Big E. Link is there on the screen, and I put it into the comments that will go onto all of the platforms. Go and check him out. Why? Because actually, like I say, I've got no skin in the game. I'm not a gamer, but I've researched a lot of this, sat in some of the groups, and this guy speaks like common sense. And I like that. And therefore, a bit like Company Man and sharing that insight and those facts, that evidence I like to give to people. Big E, it's a 12-minute video. Go and watch. I'm not going to play today, but the link is there. Go and watch it because he does speak a lot of common sense, and he stood out for me in what he was saying. So YouTube, Facebook, it's not the. So really, you're down to Twitch and Kick, or are you, or YouTube? If I was starting off now, if I was a smaller streamer, I'd be looking at YouTube. I'd be looking at Kick. That brings us on to the multi-streaming approach. In fact, actually, YouTube, I didn't cover the... it's excellent for... The other thing on YouTube, it's excellent for evergreen content. And you can put the shorts up there now. Right? That's another really, really good thing. When I was talking to DJ Strick, one of our content creators here at Onestream Live, he set up a phenomenal concept through Livestream, through Onestream Live, for his wife's a musician, very talented musician, and they've set up a 24-hour system through Onestream Live and YouTube, and it has rocketed her numbers on YouTube. Unbelievable. Effectively, they're putting a loop on for 24 hours. It's very, very clever, and it's something that I'm going to be sitting with and to understand more. So YouTube, yeah, it's good for me. Kick, I like the way that they're looking after people, and they're still growing and developing. But the live streaming capability for me is primary. Are there any weaknesses to YouTube? Limited interactive features, really, from a gaming perspective. But again, what is it that you are looking to achieve? Well, let's look at the. Let's just take that out now. Let's look at the multi-streaming approach. So, I think that if you're starting off, or if you're a small player, the whole concept of throw enough mud against the wall, some of it will stick somewhere. When you watch the video by Big E, by the way, Aaron, you'll see, and he covers that as well, that actually you don't know where it's going to take off. You just don't. The platforms. So, like I always say to people, social media platforms are still good. They're not what they were, and everything is stacked in favor of those, which is why Meta and which is why Alphabet Group are so big. You know, we're talking, hundreds of billions, not millions or thousands, 100 millions, hundreds of billions. So what you're looking to do is look at which of those platforms that you think would benefit you the most. Look at other streamers. What are they doing? One of the great things about YouTube, in fact, actually, is you can look at what other people are doing and effectively take some of their ideas. And it doesn't matter, again, due deference to people. If you've got an idea from somebody, we promote out all the time. We cross-promote, and we'll cross-promote to other people that we don't really know, but a bit like Big E, a bit like Company Man. If I find something that's useful and I share it, why wouldn't I have the courtesy? I'll never meet these guys. Once this bit of the project is done, that's it. Actually, Company Man I'll go back into, because I like the way he looks at businesses and organizations. So he's somebody would follow. But as for the rest of the people, it's been an interesting look through from a strategic and operational perspective, looking at things about what live streamers, that gamers do, how the communities are built, how they interact. And I said in one of the previous parts that it's probably the closest thing to rugby that I've come across. Yeah, there's good, bad, and everywhere, especially in the online world across the globe. But it is very, very good for what they do. Absolutely very, very good. So the multi-streaming effect. Don't forget, live streaming, virtual studios provided by Onestream Live and working with the likes of Livestream Solutions, Livestream Academy. This is a smarter way to do business. You can go to 45 plus different locations. You can go to the website. You can have a hosted live page. Why wouldn't you take control of that? You can have a hosted live page. Where is my hosted live page? I love sharing this. Genuinely love sharing this. So what happens is, excuse me, what happens is that you have the capability to color, brand, put together within Onestream Live's studio. All about. So we did this mock-up just to show you as an example. You see the social media links all the way down there as well. But effectively, it's a landing page. So you get your own URL if you don't have a website. So you could give that out to people. And then every single time you go live, you are, again, let me just put myself back inside there. Every single time you go live, you're live on this landing page, a hosted live page it's called, and it's only done through Onestream Live. And imagine being able to put those colors in the branding, and all of that's available within the studio. It's all part of the package. It's absolutely phenomenal. If anybody watched our Samhain Halloween special last Saturday with all the stuff, the things that the graphics team do, the things that Onestream Live put together for you, as a you know, as a go-to, as a given thing within it, it is just phenomenal. The overlay that I'm using today, the videos and stuff like that, all provided by Onestream Live. Look. And don't forget, you can upload everything from your own OneDrive or from Google Drive for us, or Dropbox. All of those things are done. It's just like click in, click done, boom. Hosted live page. You could put a paywall in front of that. You can control the mechanism. So when it goes back to the question that Bernie had sent me last week on, well, what do I do now if one of these goes under? What you need to do is you need to get in now and look at live streaming as a service, which is what this is, and use that as part of your strategy of what you're doing so you have control. You know, you can put paywall in front of this. You can put the Patreon on it. You can put whole pie, you know, Ko-fi, all those ones as well. Lots of different ways to monetize. And again, go to Onestream Live on our YouTube channel. Search out DJ Strick and look for his video, his live show that he did, his presentation he did on monetization. That's a go-to thing to have a look at. Lots and lots of super ideas there. But we work with you to set all of those up, and that's why it's so good. So 45 different locations, website, this hosted live page, put it behind a paywall if you want, give people personal service. What happens when you do these type of things? 100% of the people, 100% of the time, see 100% of your content, not what a social media platform wants you to see. So you can go to, so I'm going to take this off, because I'm going to take this off, and one by one, I'm going to share with you. I'll go in, come out, go in, come out. So here we go. So let's go to Twitch, because I haven't shared this one before. So I am going to, where are we? There we go. So let me just, there. That is, let me just put it on full. That's me on Twitch. You can see. There we go. There's the comments in there as well. That's how we set that up as Livestream Academy. And again, so that's our Twitch channel. And then what we'll do is we will share with you. God, I'm really enjoying this today. We'll share with you my Facebook channel. There we go. Again, that's. Oh, hang on. Let me just pull that into. There we go. Let me put that.
Their decision, saying that it was too expensive to keep it going.
Just here we go. I forgot to turn the sound off. So obviously that's just slightly behind us. That's where it's playing, but that's what's playing up on there now. So that's our Facebook. So we've got Livestream. So we've got Twitch. We've got Facebook there. What else are we sharing to today? And these are just examples. I put these ones up today because we do share them to some of the locations, but some of them I wanted to show you what the examples were. And again, we are on the, just put that on to full. And that is YouTube. There you go. Why wouldn't you? And finally, so you've seen the hosted live page that you can put up. You could put that behind the paywall. You can monetize 100%. 100% of what you do when you monetize in that way goes to you, not to somebody else. You don't have to share it. Even 95-5, which is fair. And then the other one we've got is we are going... there we go. That is livestreamsolutions.org, Livestream Solutions, Livestream Academy. We've got our own page on there. We've got our own page, and what we do is we get a permanent link, or you can do a single link per show. So that's, let me just stop that there. So that's our own website. So you can go live to your website. There's just so much to do, which means gives you control back about what you're doing. It really is such a smart way to work. So when I started this 4-part series, when Onestream Live asked me to look at gamers and leveling up your gaming by live streaming for gamers, I was like, I don't know. It's all new to me. Now, 100% unequivocal that you can take control back what you are doing by live streaming. Hosted page, go to all those different locations, all multicast simultaneously, and again the comments from virtually all of those. So again, some controls we don't have over Facebook, for example, because it's great. It wouldn't allow me to pick them up. So I went into Facebook and monitoring them and going. There was a couple of friends who were watching. They're not a couple, by the way. They're just two people who had seen me watching. So I said a quick hello to them. So I could put that up. I put a comment up on YouTube and on Twitch that these one went to. Are you a gamer? What are your thoughts? So we have a unified chat system where the chat from wherever we're going live to, for most of the major ones, will all come into one location there, which is really, really good. Again, when I put something out there, I put the link out to Big E's 12-minute video there, because I think it's really important for you to look at and to get that evidence that you need. And he's a sensible bloke, really. So that's the sort of thing you can do. Monetize, control for yourself, not giving it to somebody else. Yeah, we're not saying that, you know, you could do an awful lot of different ways here. So you can have your own personal, you can have your own website, and our company, we will do that with you if you want a number of different things, so not just gaming. Remember in part one when we looked at Pokimane and we looked at Ninja and the way that they've yes, they're huge, they're massive, but the way they've diversification is the way to go. Looking at a number of different things that you can put through your channels. Imagine having your own website, your own hosted live page where you can do those things. You can through Onestream Live and with Livestream Solutions, Livestream Academy. Do you know what? I actually think that's about it. I think I'm going to wrap it up because it's been 4 weeks, and I did want to share with you a couple of takeaways. So the first takeaways really for me are that the gaming community is huge. Demographics, to over 30s, over 40s, over 50s, over 60s, doctors, lawyers, bin men, it doesn't matter. You know, the size of the gaming community is unbelievable. It will never go away. I think people will find smarter ways of gaming and being able to enjoy it more and build their own community. everything in life is about building your own community, your own engagement. Why did I set up Livestream Solutions, Livestream Academy? Because we wanted to help individuals, businesses, and organizations to elevate their brand and to build a thriving, engaged community. That's what it's about. You build your community. It's like having the old black book. You build your community. Know me, like me, trust me, follow me, buy from me, repeat. It's as simple as that. But you look after your people in the same way. Imagine, as well as being able to monetize some of the things we talk about. And again, like I say, go and watch DJ Sticks thing on that. See this fancy surround. Let me just play around a little bit. Imagine that you are a business, or that you've got a sponsor. You know, it may be for your cameras, it may be for your monitors, it may be for anything else, your microphones, whatever. Whoever wants to, let's just change that. There we go. That's another Onestream Live one, but that's an interactive one. Now imagine what you can put in for getting a sponsor to put in. Again, you could put, there we go, it's my own company, Livestream Solutions. You can put a logo up there. We had a ticker at the very beginning. Look, you can have a ticker going on. You can change all these colors, by the way. You can have your own designs. You can add all of these things into place. So imagine being able to go to a sponsor and saying, I've got a community. I've built a community. There's loads of engagement. They trust me. And I am happy to put your overlay up, your logo, put your slogan there. That is going on. Imagine being able to offer that to a business. Lots of small and local businesses out there would pay because, you know, who is your market? Where is your market? Who's your community? What are you doing? Engage with them. There's a lot of money to be made. Imagine making 3,000 a month or 10,000 a month from what you're doing, but through a range of other activities, using a Onestream live studio, being trained by the professionals at Livestream Solutions, Livestream Academy. It's all there and it's all available. There's some of the takeaways. I'd like you to take control back. It's a no-brainer, live streaming. It really is. Can you do it on your own? Yeah, you can. Are you better off coming and engaging with professionals who have had years of experience? Of course you will. I'm 60 years old. I'm not just going to tell you that because I run a company doing it. I set up the company because I wanted to help people, and that's what we do. What other things do you need to be able to do as a streamer, as a gamer? They all overlap, you see. These are some of the things that I took away. You're building a unique brand, and that brand is you. I'm looking at you now. That brand is you, 100% you. It doesn't matter whether everybody in the world likes you. You don't have to have all the numbers, but people will be watching you. Remember on last week, I showed you how an individual with only 2,700 followers managed in 90 days to get 1.137. Actually, went up to 1.147 million reach in 90 days. That's just crazy. You know, there's sometimes I'm not quite sure I knew what I was doing with that, but you can do it, and you build that community where people follow you. You know, they get to like you, they get to trust you in everything you're doing. So building a unique brand. And the Gary Vaynerchuk, a lot of people will know him. He said in the future, the brand will be you. So what cameras are you using, what mics are you using, what platforms are you using, whatever. You can promote that out 100% of the time, 100% of the people. And you can have your own studio, you can have your own brand, you can have your own URL. I keep going over it and over it again because I want people to understand that this is the future for gamers. This is the future for businesses at any level. Gamers are honestly, I'm not going to stop engaging with the gaming community now, because I think it's a massive opportunity for people. Allows you to engage with your audience in a massive way, streaming consistently. That's another thing. We stream every Tuesday at 1100 hours Eastern time. I do. The other content creators do exactly the same. They have the days of the week. And actually, mine's changed. I'll come on to that at the end. For November, mine is changing slightly. But it's that consistency. In November, although it's changing to more suitable for UK, Ireland, and Europe, it's going to be the same time every single Tuesday. So again, persistency and consistency is the way that it goes. Investing in quality equipment, get some of that back. Work with one of those and say to them, listen, I built a community. I'm a gamer. I use live streaming. I can get the message out there. Where do they want to go? So you've got a microphone, a Logitech C922. You've got a camera. You got a microphone. Whatever it is, you can approach them. And like I say, 3,000 a month, 10,000 a month. Why not from something you enjoy doing as well? Lots of different sponsors out there. A local sponsor to you. If most of your community is within a set area, then there's maybe a local business that you could go to as well. They can have their logo, their branding, their colors, their everything else. Promote your streams. Promote your streams out. If you've got your own website, or if you've got your own hosted live page, stick that out. It drives people to your site. It drives people to your hosted live landing page as well. Choose the right games like we're doing. When I was doing some research, there was clearly some games that didn't suit really. What is the community you're aiming at? Is that a demographic? Is it a set of people who play a certain type of game? That was one of the other things. Look at that then. Look at what it is you enjoy doing. Look at what the people who else is playing the game that you're playing that you maybe specialize in, and target that. There's groups for those as well. Set up your own group as well. Build your own community. That's what some of these big players have done. And above all, have fun. That's what it is about. That has been a 4-part mini series throughout October called Level Up Your Gaming Live Streaming for Gamers. And contact Onestream Live. Go to livestreamsolutions.org and contact one of my team, and we will get in touch with you, and we will sit down with you and go through step by step what it is you need to do. It's called discovery. We do the same with every single client. There is nothing out there like Onestream Live to be able to provide that link, a permanent link, or a link for each show, or I use a permanent link to my website. Go live, goes up there. Simple. Anything which is automated in 2024, I mean, I don't have to think about. What I've got to do is, and it's all done from one click within the studio. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks very much for your time. Next Tuesday, we change times. We're looking at how live streaming can help entrepreneurs in November. So that's what we are doing from next Tuesday. And we move to 8:30 p.m. in the evening here in Ireland, so Ireland, UK, GMT, for the winter period. And that is 3:30 Eastern time for our friends with a huge following in the States and in other areas around that sort of those time zones. But it's all available on Catch Up as well. Go to the Onestream Live YouTube channel and sign up to everything there. And just remember that the future's in your hands. All you got to do is just contact us. Ask us what it is that you want to know. And Onestream Live, again, I mention on every single show, Onestream Live, we've got a live chat, 24/7 live team there available in the chat. So when you go to Onestream Live, bottom right-hand corner there, you've got the chat symbol, go on, somebody comes on, instantaneous, and they have everything there. And you just say to them, just saw the show, want to get in touch with Big Joe Shepp at this team at Livestream Solutions. How do we do that? They will put you in touch. Or go to info, send us a message at info@livestreamsolutions.org, or go to livestreamsolutions.org or livestreamacademy.org. Get in touch with us. We'll have a chat and see what we need to do. Until next week at 8:30, when we'll be looking at all things live streaming and entrepreneurs and how we can help you as a business, whether you're an individual solopreneur, a business, an organization, what is it that you're doing? We can help you get your message out there with Onestream Live, elevate your brand, build a thriving, engaged community. It's a no-brainer, lads. We'll see you soon. Take care.